It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Wednesday, the 21st of September. Last full day of the summer of 2016. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather not changing much through the weekend, but increasing evidence the weather will change next week. So let's go in there and check it out. There's the water vapor satellite view. You know the deal. Dry air and an upper ridge. The weather is dry, and off to the east of here we have the ghost of Julia, the former tropical storm, producing heavy rain through parts of the Tidewater region around Chesapeake Bay. Of course, the storm track up north and a trough back in the Pacific Northwest. Temperatures remain above average, mostly low 90s on the board. Birmingham at 90, Anniston 93. But as we pointed out, the dew points are low. In fact, the dew point at Fort Payne is only 50. So the humidity values are only running in the 20 and 30% bracket this afternoon, so the heat not as bad as it would be in July or August. And again, around the nation, you see all the shades of purple and dark red through here. Those are pretty hot September afternoon readings. Up north, flash flood watches for parts of the upper Midwest over into the Great Lakes region. Other than that, things are quiet. Risk of severe storms, parts of Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin through tonight. Tomorrow, a couple of marginal risks well to the west and north. And on day 3, Friday, a marginal severe weather risk over parts of the western high plains. Rain, not very much. This is valid through Monday morning, suggesting nothing. But again, just beyond this period, we're starting to see evidence that we will have a chance of rain and we will have a crack at cooler temperatures. And I think everybody will welcome that news. Check weather in the tropics. Again, the ghost of Julia is sitting on the Atlantic coast of the United States, still producing some heavy rain there. Off in the middle of the Atlantic, that is Carl, which is now a tropical depression. That thing has been fighting sheer and dry air. It's having a very hard time. And behind it, back in the eastern Atlantic, that is Tropical Storm Lisa. Carl, if it survives, will recurve east of Bermuda. No threat to land. And Lisa will recurve and probably dissipate on the recurve, and no threat to land at all. So here we go, model fans. Let's see if we can stir up a change here next week. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Big trough in the western states. That will likely kick off some mountain snow there. But ridging here, dry air, the same thing. Mostly sunny with low 90s. Friday, no change. Mostly sunny, low 90s. No rain for high school football Friday night. And Saturday, as the weekend begins, another sunny day with a hot afternoon. Low 90s are likely. So for the college football games in the state, rain not an issue. But for the Alabama game that's an afternoon game, it kicks off actually late in the morning, but around the fourth quarter, that sun's going to be beating down on you, much like the home game there a couple of weeks ago. Now, Sunday, check it out. You can see a well-defined cold front running from Minnesota down through Wichita and Lubbock. We're still dry Sunday. We'll leave it sunny. The high will be, again, probably low 90s. But look at Monday. The front approaches, moisture increases, and we'll bring in the chance of a few showers and maybe a thunderstorm Monday afternoon and Monday night. And the GFS drops the high to 83. And then Tuesday, the front kind of runs out of gas along Interstate 65. And that's going to make for a fairly complex forecasting challenge. The GFS is dropping the high Tuesday back into the upper 70s. And I think everybody welcomes that. The question is, can we get into drier air and get the lows down in the 50s? Let's go to Wednesday of next week, and you can see the main trough is still holding back to the north and west, and a ridge is to the south and east, and the front backs up as a warm front, and Wednesday would be a day with clouds and a chance of rain and highs in the 70s. So one way or the other, we're going to see a pattern change. Whether we get down in the 50s with a clear sky, don't know if we can promise that, but at least nice to see the chance of rain in here. Thought we'd check the European Wednesday of next week, and it's got the trough deeper and closer, and that is suggesting that we could get in the 50s and we could get into the drier air. So we'll mention a chance of showers and storms Monday, and then we'll kind of decrease that chance of rain Tuesday and Wednesday, but understand that's a very iffy situation. But clearly, heat levels come down next week for sure. Confidence in that is high. This is the end of the forecast period, October 1st. I love that month. This is Saturday, a week from this Saturday. And unfortunately, the ridge kind of rebuilds. And again, we're in dry air, and that's suggesting kind of a quiet weather pattern. We'll check the numbers off the GFS, and it sure looks like after Sunday, the 90s are gone for a while. Maybe until next summer. We're going to have a day or two in October, maybe with a 90, but you can see highs dropping to about 80 and lows dropping in the upper 50s to near 60. It will feel much better next week, and the fall fans will like that, and the change happening right on time. It typically happens right around the end of September and the 1st of October. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.